Here she is in her own little world. She has no idea what is about to happen and how she will suffer.
BRS and John Mayer, an artist she's far too obsessed with, release another ultra-limited Silver Sky.
Oh my god.
This time called Luna Ice.
Are you serious?
Only 1,000 pieces available. Polychromatic flip-flop finish, maple fretboard, the same specification of the guitar that she is currently holding.
It's not the cool thing anymore. It's just, I thought,
She really has issues.
I didn't think they'd do this.
Instead of buying gear, she should really just practice more.
They're just totally taking advantage of my gas.
Not that kind of gas. Gear acquisition syndrome. This is immediately how she wants to be, but this is how she is. Who knows? Will she try? Or will she be a victim again to crazy prices second-hand? To be continued.
Hi, my name is Mary Spender, and welcome to today's episode of this daily show. Some of you might be aware that every January, NAMM happens. And NAMM has been some of the most amazing times I've ever had, all revolving around music, guitars. I've met some of my favourite artists, and obviously we are all sad that it's not happening this year, but people and brands are taking to the internet to show off all the things they've been working on over the past 12 months, despite all the difficulties that have come along with the situation right now. I, of course, tuned into the PRS Guitars 2021 launch party, where they've got 10 new products, and I've also been kind of obsessed with PRS and their YouTube channel recently because they've been doing this long distance series where Paul has been interviewing incredible artists just over Zoom, and they're really, really informal and a great insight, and it kind of feels like you're peering in onto one of their private conversations that, you know, Paul stays in touch with his artists, and it's quite exciting to witness that. And I've just learned a lot. This isn't by any means related to PRS, by the way. Like, I'm just a fan. A few artists did some special interviews and showed off their instruments, including my friend Tyler Larson of Music Is Win. He featured some of his top guitarists and they taught licks. Then Zach Myers, his new SE is absolutely stunning. For the price range, the headstock veneer, oh my god, just a beautiful finish. You guys know I love an F-hole too. Just really, really impressed with that new release. Then Mark Lettieri with his Fiore, very, very excited about that. And then, of course, John Mayer has come out with another limited edition version of the Silver Sky. You guys might be aware that this is the Nebula, and the reason I wanted to play a joke at the beginning is because it is one of my favourite guitars, the Silver Sky. I have been a fan, and this new Luna Ice model is limited to 1,000 pieces, whereas this one's just limited to 500. And that's because, as they said in the interview, that some people got upset. I got upset that they were all gone, and you know, I'm one of the people that bought one off Reverb. I will be honest about that. That's how I acquired this model. It obviously has all the same specs as the Silver Sky. It's got a maple fretboard. I personally, I'm not a maple fretboard girl, so although I look at it and I'm immediately like, do I want it? Do I need it? Obviously, I do not need it. I've got one already. Very, very happy with this one. And yeah, I also know that 1,000, like, those will go so, so quickly. I always feel like, as guitarists, with our gear acquisition syndrome, we are always so underestimated when it comes to limited releases of something good. When it's a good quality piece of gear, we show up. No matter the limits on our credit cards, you know, it's a thing that not everyone suffers from, but when you suffer from it, it is interesting. It's interesting, and it's interesting to explain to people that don't have it. It's a difficult conversation, but I watched the John Mayer interview, and it's a modern idea for a finish. They're pretty open about that. Supposedly, though, there is an active conversation between the two of them, between John Mayer and between Paul Reed-Smith, and they kind of hinted. They're not really announcing all the different things that they might be changing or tweaking, but that's interesting. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think. Yes, it is a new paint. I think I know what you're going to say already, but still interested to hear your comments. But anyway, otherwise, let's get into the show.
This bird is chasing him. Wow, that is hilarious. Look at the bird.
The last thing I want to do right now is go outside for exercise. But I must. I have to overcome the procrastination, the laziness. But anyway, welcome to today's show, and we're going to kick it off with a question from my patrons. Marcelo asks, if teenage Mary starting to play guitar and write songs met 2021 Mary, what would her reaction be? Hopefully positive. Hopefully. Bemused. I did expect to be signed by like 19, which was just so unrealistic. So I think I would be happy with the idea of being an independent musician still and owning 100% of everything and making the decisions myself and being in control. I probably haven't written enough songs. The way it was going, I was being quite prolific when I was younger, but haven't written enough, so just need to do more, really. I want to share something a little bit different now. One of my very good friends, Josie, has a YouTube channel dedicated to poetry, and I asked her to contribute to this video and read out one of her pieces of work for you. So I hope you enjoy, and I will, of course, include Josie's channel in the description below.
Hey Mary, thank you for having me on your daily January show. I want to share a poem with you. This is called Viva Forever. Play this song at my funeral, with a slow-mo montage of me looking over my shoulder and laughing. Think cheesy TV intro like 21 Jump Street, or Buffy, or The Funeral from Love Actually. Wear whatever you want. Comfort is a must. Sequins are optional but encouraged. Dance if you want to. Cry if you need to. Tell stories if you can. Remember me for my Justin Bieber tribute act at the Students' Union. For my Spyro fancy dress. Or for getting us banned from German jazz bars. Remember me for the excellent parties, or the cuddly evenings in, for cups of tea and mimosas. Remember me for the Spice Girls. Remember me smiling. Remember me forever.
Don't think I've forgotten. We now have Patreon of the day. I'm going to generate a random number. 179. Kevin Fathy, you are my Patreon of the day. Thank you so much for your support. To everyone else, please subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Josie, and of course, I'll be seeing you very soon. Okay, right.